Hi, I'm Elena. I never thought I'd be in this position, sitting in a cramped apartment with blackout curtains, jumping at every footstep in the hallway. But when your ex-boyfriend has a history of stalking and breaking restraining orders, you do what you have to do. You really think all this is necessary? My sister Vanessa lounged on my secondhand couch, scrolling through her phone. Her perfectly manicured nails clicked against the screen, each tap sending tiny jolts through my already frayed nerves. The police officer literally told me to disappear for a while, I replied, peeking through the curtains for the fifth time that hour. Detective Rivera said Mark's behavior is escalating. Mark always had a temper, but don't you think... He showed up at Mom's house, Vanessa. He followed me to work, twice. I turned to face her. He left dead flowers on my car with a note saying, "Till death do us part." And we only dated for 6 months. Vanessa sighed dramatically. I just think you're being a little intense about this. Like, who actually gets a safe house? This isn't some Lifetime movie. It's a temporary rental that nobody knows about except you, Mom, and Detective Rivera, I corrected, sitting across from her. And I need it to stay that way. Your secret bunker is safe with me, she rolled her eyes. Though I still think you're overreacting. My phone buzzed. A text from my best friend Tara. Coffee tomorrow? Need to talk to you ASAP. I've got to get some sleep, I said, showing Vanessa to the door. Thanks for bringing the supplies. Sure thing, drama queen, she teased, but hugged me tightly. Call if you need anything. The next morning, I met Tara at a small cafe 3 towns over. Her face told me something was wrong before she even opened her mouth. What is it? I asked, sliding into the booth. Tara fidgeted with her cup. I don't know how to tell you this, but Mark knows where you're staying. My blood turned to ice. That's impossible. He came up to me at the gym yesterday, she continued, voice low. He said, and I quote, "Tell Elena I love what she's done with the place on Maple Street. Those blue curtains really brighten up apartment 2B. How? My hands trembled so badly I had to put my coffee down. Nobody knows except... Your sister posted something last night. Tara slid her phone across the table. I screen recorded it before she took it down. There was Vanessa, rolling her eyes at the camera. My sister is being so extra right now. Hiding out from her ex in some apartment on Maple Street like she's in witness protection or something. I visited her there today. Place is a dump, but whatever makes her feel better about her dangerous situation, I guess. Swipe up to see my face mask recommendations for paranoid sisters? The world tilted sideways. As if summoned by my horror, my phone lit up with an unknown number. The text simply read, "Blue curtains, huh? See you soon, babe." She did what? Detective Rivera's voice echoed through the station's interview room. She pushed a cup of water toward me as I showed her Tara's recording. My sister posted my location on social media, I repeated, still numb with shock. She took it down, but not before Mark saw it, Rivera finished, scribbling notes. We need to move you immediately. Do you have somewhere else to go? I can stay with her, Tara offered, squeezing my hand. My building has security cameras and a doorman. Officer Chen entered with a tablet. We've got Mark's recent activity. Credit card was used at a gas station 20 minutes from Maple Street about 3 hours ago. Has Vanessa always been this careless with your safety? Rivera asked. She's always thought I was overreacting about Mark, I explained, scrolling through old texts. Look at these messages from when I first got the restraining order. Rivera read aloud. Drama much? Mark's just passionate. You're ruining his reputation over nothing. He's called me crying, you know. Classic manipulation tactic, Chen commented. Abusers often recruit family members. Vanessa isn't manipulated, Tara interjected. She just thinks everything is about her. Remember when Elena missed her birthday party because she was in the hospital? She didn't speak to me for a month, I confirmed. I'd like to talk to your sister, Rivera said. Depending on what she disclosed, there could be legal implications. My phone rang, Vanessa's name flashing on screen. Elena! Oh my God, I've been calling everywhere! Her voice was high-pitched with what sounded like panic. Mark just messaged me saying he's bringing you flowers. I think he found your place. You think? I couldn't keep the acid from my voice. You literally told everyone where I was, Vanessa. I didn't use the exact address, and I deleted it right away, she protested. Ma'am, this is Detective Rivera. The detective cut in after I put the phone on speaker. Your post constituted a serious breach of your sister's safety. I need you to come to the station immediately. The station? Like the police station? Are you kidding me? Vanessa's voice rose. It was just a stupid post. How was I supposed to know? Your sister has an active restraining order against a man who threatened her life. Rivera's tone was steel. A man you've been in communication with. 2:00. Don't make me send a car. This is ridiculous, Vanessa snapped. I was just trying to show you weren't in actual danger. No one takes social media that seriously. Mark does, I whispered. And now I have to run. Again. Your sister may have committed a crime, Officer Chen told me after Vanessa hung up. Knowingly aiding someone in violating a restraining order is serious. She didn't think it was real, I said hollowly. She never does. We'll get her phone records, Rivera promised. If she's been communicating with Mark about your whereabouts, that's criminal endangerment. Jason, my cousin and a lawyer, arrived as we were discussing options. We can file for emergency protective measures, he explained, laying out forms. And there's precedent for civil action against third parties who knowingly facilitate stalking. You mean I could sue my own sister? I asked, the reality sinking in. She put your life at risk, Tara said firmly. What if next time it's not just flowers he's bringing? Vanessa stormed into the police station conference room like she was entering a restaurant that had messed up her order. This is absolutely insane, she announced, dropping her designer bag on the table. I've been sitting in the waiting area for 45 minutes. Sit down, Vanessa, I said quietly. She finally seemed to register my presence, along with Detective Rivera, Officer Chen, and Jason. Her expression shifted from indignation to uncertainty. What is this? Some kind of intervention? And why is Jason here? She remained standing, arms crossed. We have some questions about your communication with Mark Delaney, Rivera began. I barely talk to him. He messages me sometimes. What am I supposed to do? Block your ex's number too? She directed this at me. Yes, everyone in the room answered simultaneously. We have a warrant for your phone records, Officer Chen stated. But it would be easier if you just showed us your conversations now. This is crazy, Vanessa's voice rose. You're treating me like I'm some kind of criminal when all I did was make a stupid post. A post that revealed my location to a man who threatened to kill me, I replied evenly. He never meant that. You always twist everything to make yourself the victim. She threw her hands up. And now you've got the police involved? Against your own sister? I didn't want any of this, I said, my voice breaking. I just wanted to be safe. Let me see your phone, please, Rivera repeated. Fine, take it. You'll see I didn't do anything wrong. Vanessa unlocked her phone and slammed it down. Rivera scrolled through messages while an uncomfortable silence filled the room. Vanessa, the detective finally said. Can you explain these texts from 3 days ago? Mark asks. Have you seen Elena? And you respond with, maybe. Why do you want to know? That's not, or this one from yesterday. Is she still being dramatic about the restraining order? And you responded with a laughing emoji and total overreaction, hiding like she's in witness protection. My stomach clenched. You were making fun of me while I was terrified for my life? It wasn't like that. I was just venting. He seemed so heartbroken. And this exchange, Rivera continued relentlessly. I miss her so much. I just want to talk. Your response? She's being ridiculous, acting like you're some kind of movie stalker. You had no right to make that judgment, Jason interjected. A judge issued that restraining order based on evidence. You never liked him anyway, Vanessa shot back. None of you ever gave him a chance. He punched a hole in my wall when I asked for space. I stood up, trembling. He followed me to work. He threatened me. He loves you. He's passionate, Vanessa insisted. You're overreacting just like you overreact to everything. Miss Campbell, Rivera cut in coldly. Based on these messages, you've been deliberately undermining your sister's safety measures and providing information to someone legally barred from contacting her. I didn't think he would actually, Vanessa began. That's the problem, I interrupted. You never think. Not about anyone but yourself. I'm your sister. How can you do this to me? Tears sprang to her eyes. I trusted you with my life, I whispered, and you treated it like gossip. I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake. I'll fix it. Vanessa reached for my hand, but I pulled away. It's too late for that, Jason said. The DA is considering charges of criminal endangerment and aiding in violation of a protection order. Charges? Vanessa's face contorted with rage. Are you kidding me? Over a social media post? Elena, tell them this is insane. No, I said, my voice steady for the first time. What's insane is that I have to sleep in my car tonight because my own sister thought my fear was a joke. If you do this, Vanessa hissed, grabbing her bag, we're done. Forever. Is that what you want? You ended things when you decided my safety wasn't important, I replied. I'm just making it official. Officer Chen stepped forward. Miss Campbell, I need to inform you that you're not free to leave just yet. The district attorney wants to speak with you. This is a nightmare, Vanessa muttered, dropping back into her seat. All because Elena can't handle a breakup like a normal person. Normal people don't have to hide from their exes, Tara said sharply. Normal people don't get death threats. He was just upset, Vanessa insisted. If she hadn't gotten the police involved, she might be dead, Rivera cut in, her voice like ice. I've worked domestic violence cases for 15 years. This isn't a game. The door opened and a tall woman in a crisp suit entered. Miss Campbell, I'm ADA Michaels. We need to discuss the severity of what you've done. 3 months later, I sat in the courtroom as the judge delivered his verdict. In the matter of Campbell v. Campbell, this court finds the defendant, Vanessa Campbell, liable for endangerment and negligence. The court awards the plaintiff $75,000 in damages and issues a no-contact order for a period of 2 years. My mother squeezed my hand as Vanessa's face crumpled across the aisle. Her lawyer whispered something in her ear, but she shook her head violently. Outside the courtroom, Tara hugged me tightly. How do you feel? Relieved, I admitted. And sad, but mostly relieved. Detective Rivera approached with Officer Chen. Mark's trial starts next week. With the evidence from Vanessa's phone and the documented restraining order violations, he's looking at significant jail time. Thank you, I said sincerely, for believing me. That's our job, Rivera smiled. How's the new place? Much better security, Jason answered for me. And nobody knows the address except the people in this circle. The community response has been amazing, I added. That support group you recommended changed everything. Hearing other women's stories helped me understand this wasn't my fault. Stalking thrives in silence, Rivera nodded. Breaking that silence takes courage. Speaking of courage, Officer Chen motioned across the hallway. Heads up! A familiar voice called my name. Vanessa stood a few feet away, eyes red-rimmed but defiant. Can I talk to you? Alone? She asked. Anything you want to say, you can say in front of my friends, I replied. Fine. She took a deep breath. I know I messed up. I didn't understand how serious it was. I thought you were just being dramatic like always. But I never meant for you to get hurt. But I did get hurt, I said quietly. And you knew about the restraining order. You knew I was scared. I know that now. She stepped closer. We're sisters, Elena. Family. We can work through this. I've learned my lesson, I swear. For a moment, I remembered building blanket forts together as kids. Her defending me against bullies in middle school, holding my hand at our father's funeral. The thing is, Vanessa, I finally said, family doesn't put each other in danger. Family listens. Family believes each other. I'm trying to apologize here. Frustration edged her voice. What more do you want from me? Nothing, I realized. I don't want anything from you anymore. So that's it? 29 years of being sisters, erased over one mistake? It wasn't one mistake, Tara interjected. It was a pattern of dismissing Elena's feelings, her safety, her reality. Stay out of this, Vanessa snapped. No, I said firmly. These people stood by me when you wouldn't. They believed me. They protected me. And what happens when they get tired of your drama too? Vanessa's words were meant to wound. Then I'll still have myself, I answered. Because I've learned that my feelings matter. My safety matters. I matter. You've ruined my life over this, she hissed. I lost my job. My friends look at me differently. All because you couldn't handle a breakup. No, my mother spoke up, surprising us all. All because you couldn't be bothered to take your sister's safety seriously. Mom! Vanessa's face registered shock. You're taking her side? I'm taking the side of truth, Mom replied quietly. I enabled your behavior for too long, Vanessa. I should have stepped in years ago. Vanessa stared at us like we were strangers, then turned and walked away. Later, over dinner with my support circle, Detective Rivera raised her glass. To Elena, who found her voice. And to boundaries, Tara added with a grin. What's next for you? Jason asked. I considered the question carefully. I'm thinking of volunteering at the women's shelter. Maybe my experience can help someone else. You'd be great at that, my mother said proudly. The shelter needs speakers for their awareness campaign, Rivera mentioned. Your story could make a difference. Turning pain into purpose, Tara nodded. Classic Elena move. As we talked about possibilities, I realized something fundamental had shifted. The fear that had defined my days for so long had receded. In its place was something new, not forgiveness, but freedom. Have you ever wondered, I asked the table, how many people stay in dangerous situations because the people who should believe them don't? Too many, Rivera said softly. That's why what you did matters. Standing up not just to Mark, but to the enablers. To the Vanessas of the world, Chen added. Do you think she'll ever understand? Mom asked hesitantly. I thought about my sister. Her dismissal, her betrayal, her tears in court. I don't know, but I can't make that my problem anymore. Their thoughtful responses reminded me that while I'd lost a sister, I'd found my truth. Sometimes the most important protection isn't a safe house or a court order. It's the courage to stand up and say, this is real, this matters, I matter. And that's a truth worth fighting for.